Well, welcome everyone to the, once again, every Thursday morning, 8 to 9 here at the Murphy Activity Center, the Murphy Business Card Exchange. As you probably have observed, for those of you who come the longest time, I don't kickstart things off to 8:03, 8:05, for two reasons. It's giving you more time to network individually. Any kind of networking event is highly beneficial before and after, not necessarily during the meeting, okay? And the second reason is we're typically done before 9 o'clock anyway. I don't see the need to be too terribly prompt, so glad that you took time out of your busy schedule to be here this morning. I heard yesterday, I think, that in my neighborhood we got over 2 inches of rain. I don't know how much you got everywhere else, but has that been about the normal for this area? That I think we got a very good soaking, shall we say. Very good, because come later June, July, we had more of it. It's just the way it is. Well, today is the last meeting in May. Countryside Smiles has been our sponsor this month. We thank her for her generous sponsorship treats, which slight oversight. I don't want to embarrass her. Slight oversight this morning, okay? That's okay. Anyway, our sponsor for June will be Broadmoor, the senior living center. Now, that being the case, you'll hear me mention from time to time, you observe your, Julie sends out an email that I get every Wednesday reminding us of the meeting here. That's right there at the front, very top of the page. You need to go down for other chamber-related activities. So when you get that next Wednesday, it's going to say our meeting is over at Broadmoor.
Bridgemore.
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 What?
Bridgemore. Like a bridge.
I said Broadmoor, did I?
Yeah.
Why did I say that?
That's all right, just want to make sure everybody's not, yeah, it's okay.
Bridgemore, okay. Just off after 544 and just barely into Plano. Okay, we will be over there. And so that'll be all for the month of June, is my understanding. Then for July, it's the Countryside Smiles, and we are sponsor once again. Okay? I don't know that we have anybody for August yet, do we?
I have an announcement today.
Okay.
Let me do that.
Stay tuned. No more, that's said about that. I'm not sure why our attendance is down a bit this morning. Is the summertime blues setting in already? Really? Anyway, still glad that you made it out. And so, we have a spotlight today. One of our newest members will have our spotlight. Is that Hercules Health Solutions, I believe it is?
Yes.
Looking forward to what they got to say. I'm really anticipating that. A business like that, I do not view them as necessarily a competitor to Healthy Living Solutions, what I have, but more than likely, they can only complement maybe what I do. So, at any rate, okay, as I always do, make sure your cell phone is silent and vibrate. Would be helpful so it does not become a distraction to everybody else. And I look around the room and I do not see anybody new. And I do not see anybody new online as well.
Well, they're all coming in, yes.
And finally, we got some online participants.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I see Lee Gray is incognito at the moment. Okay, that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Julie and listen up for some chamber-related announcements, and she will get us started as far as going around the room. I think everybody can clearly have a minute today with no problems at all. It's our tension somewhat down. Anytime we get closer to 20, we probably need to hold that closer to 45 seconds in order to be done by 9, but I think we'll be safe today. Go ahead, Julie, enlighten us as to what else is going on over the next 30-day window, chamber activity-wise.
All right. Unmute this, just maybe you can hear me better, maybe it's like we only have half a room today, but just in case. Sometimes my voice does not project as good as everybody else's. That's what I've been told. I need to work on that. All right, well, good morning, everyone. It's great to see you here. The crowd does thin out a lot as we get towards the summer because we have people just going in different directions, vacation, we have a holiday weekend coming up, so just different reasons. But thank you very much for being here. As Marv mentioned, I don't see anyone new here, but our newest member, we're going to be looking forward to his spotlight today and just learning more about his business, being a new member of the chamber. So glad to have that. So we will be moving for the month of June. Our sponsor for June is the Bridgemore Plano. I see Donnice is online, and they graciously offered and was very eager to show off their facility and host for a full month while they're sponsoring it. So that will include, did I hear right, Donnice, that there's a chef there that's going to be with the clubhouse providing some of the breakfast snacks?
Yes, well, he is not here full time yet, but we are building that program. So at least one that will be like a full-on breakfast, but it'll probably be toward the end of the month, and I'll make that happen. But it'll be continental breakfast before that.
Okay, great.
Yes, we do have a commercial kitchen. So.
All right, good. So I just want to remind everyone, I will send out the usual chamber email that comes out late on Wednesdays, and then I'll probably send out a personal email in addition. It always helps to have more reminders to some of the regulars here in the room. Please pass it along if you know anyone that plans to attend, just to let them know. We'll have it posted on the website as well, but I know it's always hard to change locations. People are just kind of used to coming to where they're used to coming, so it'll be different for that month, but then we will be back here in July. So June sponsorship will be Bridgemore Plano. July we'll have Dr. Gill Countryside Smiles again, and then in August Sam Pack Auto has agreed to be our sponsor, and so I know Bill was hoping to make it to some of these as well. If you have any interest, though, I would like to get the year booked out, so give me a call, let me know. We can set you up for a month's sponsorship, and I can let you know what all entails about that with getting your business recognized with your sponsorship. So we do have some ribbon cuttings coming up. Countryside Smiles is confirmed for June 16th, and I believe she's also having an open house on June 18th, and she can say a few words about that when she comes up. But that will be at 4:30 at her location, which is actually located next to GameStop. And then we have the Bridgemore Plano will do theirs conveniently right after the business card exchange on June 23rd. So we'll have our normal program from 8 to 9, and then they'll do their ribbon cutting right afterwards. And I tentatively have Stretch Lab interested in doing it June 2nd. We hadn't confirmed because I wasn't sure my schedule for next week, but I will be here. And so I do need to confirm if we're going to have that, but I would let everyone know, especially those of you who are on our ambassador list and our usual attendees for the ribbon cuttings. I'll definitely let you know in my group text and also through the chamber email. And I do have Citrus Smiles interested in doing theirs potentially later in June, if not July. So coming up, we do have our Young Entrepreneur Camp. We are just finalizing the date, and then we're going to be ready to go to launch it. If you know of any students between the ages of roughly 9 to 14 that might benefit from it, this time we're going to actually expand the camp. We're going to do what we did last year and have our Discover Your Talents segment that will be one day, partnering with iCode. We use their facilities. We have all the computers there. It works out great. Using the Clifton Strengths Assessment, which, by the way, adults can take it as well. And it's interesting to see what kind of report you get back. I know there's a lot of things out there, different personality inventories and things, and most of you probably have taken something like that in your life. I had never actually seen the Clifton Strengths Assessment, so they take another approach and then have a different report that comes out, which I thought was very interesting. And I'd like to take it as well, and even have some of my older kids do it, in addition to my 10-year-old who did it last year. So it's a great camp for them to explore, and although we do call it our Young Entrepreneur Program, it doesn't have to be. That program specifically is not just for those looking to be an entrepreneur. But then we're going to be doing another camp, kind of like a continuation, so maybe some of the people that attended the camp last year might want to do the second session this year, which will be a 2-day camp, or like maybe 1.5 days, where they will actually be given sort of like a project. And so it will culminate into a booth at Maze Days this year, where they're gonna be given a challenge to basically form a business and all that comes with that. So marketing and, building your business, all kinds of things. So there's gonna be some great opportunities there. We're finalizing what that program will look like, but great opportunity in July. Most likely will be the second or third week of July, Thursday through Saturday for the camp. So once we have that out, I'll let you know, and there will be a QR code link to our website where people can get signed up. It's pretty reasonable too for everything that they get, so pass that along to some parents if you can. And then in August, we're going to be planning to have another program. The last few Augusts we have hosted a panel program that's worked really good, because instead of just one speaker, you get a group of speakers talking about something that relates to the topic. So I haven't finalized everything on that yet, but once I do, I'll announce that. But usually those are really well received, and so we're hoping to have that in August, probably right around the time frame we would do our luncheon, so we stay on that schedule. I just wanted to mention, I think everyone in the room, including our new member too, I talked to him last week about our directory. You're aware of the directory. This is a member-only benefit. So we do have things that we, invite non-members to come to for an extra fee, but this is an exclusive benefit that only chamber members are featured in this publication. It's a one-time publication. However, it circulates throughout the year. If you're a chamber member, you're already going to be listed in the alphabetical and categorical part in the back. But this summer, in the next couple months, I will be making phone calls, and I'm asking you if you're interested at all about having your ad placed in this book. And we have a wonderful designer who puts this together that I work with. She also will put your ad together for a small fee, so you can actually get the file to that and use it in any publication that you want, not just the chamber publication. So it's a great investment for your business because you can reuse that, and she does an amazing job. Those of you who've worked with her know, probably the head nod. She does a wonderful job with the ads that go in here. But if you're thinking about, I want more than just a listing in the back, I'm happy to talk to you about our sizes. I'm getting an early start this year. Usually I start those conversations in the fall, but especially for returning advertisers, I'm happy to talk to you about this, and I'll be doing calls in the summer, in addition to reminding you that you do have your profile in the chamber, which, maybe a lot of times people forget to call me and tell me their address has changed, and next thing you know, they're like, that's not where my office is. And I said, well, you gotta let me know because I've got over 200 members. So what I like to do is space it out over the next few months and make calls, see how you're doing, make sure your profile is correct in the chamber. If there's any changes you want to make, a suite number, a phone number, your email, phone number, those are all really important things to make sure, because even if you just have your listing in the back, that's where your listing goes. So if it's not right in my chamber database, it's not right in here. So we like to do those calls. It takes us several months, to get through all the members. But so you will be hearing from me. Think about it, because I'll ask you the question too. If you want to consider an ad, you might want to do that. But our deadline for this usually is the last day of October, so we'll have some time to do that. But if you already know you want it, I'd like to get you marked down, because we have several categories in the book and allows us to see what our layout's going to look like for next year. Just wanted to mention that early. So now we'll get started. Let's see, I don't know that anyone else has joined online, but I'll go ahead and start online, and you can all give your commercials online, and then we'll go in the room. So why don't we start off this morning with Donna? And just take yourself, there you go.
Thanks. I want to start out by saying, oh, what a beautiful morning, oh, what a beautiful day, because everything seems to be going our way today. We have just been notified that we are going to finally receive our 2 display cases that will go in the Murphy the Murphy Council area in the foyer there, and we're really looking forward to that. They have been on back order for about 9 months due to all the shipping problems that we've been having in the U.S. So we are looking forward to that. Thanks a lot.
I'm I was making Nadia co-host, so Nadia, if anyone else comes in the Zoom, you just let them in, I made you the co-host, sorry about that. So let's go on to Nadia. We'll have Nadia go next.
Good morning, everyone. Nadia Touch with Coaching by Nadia, and I help busy professionals who look for balance, but so busy, well, balance and strength, but so busy, have no time, and sometimes we just want someone to guide us. So I help them to build balance and strength with mindset, nutrition, and fitness. One of the things I'm teaching, you're probably wondering, what is she doing? So if you see people doing that, I call it tapping into another activity. Don't just sit. Get your body in motion. It's not multitasking. It's tapping into another activity. Okay, and I have birthday coming up in June, and I'd like to invite you all for my virtual birthday tea with me. We're going to have a fun chewing game. You can RSVP on coachingbynadia.com/tea, and I'll see you there. And remember to love your body through daily choices.
Was it June
June
11th?
1st, next Wednesday.
It's the 1st.
Yeah, you got it. My birthday's on the 11th, but I usually host the tea on the
Oh, so I
1st.
did remember it right, that's surprising.
That is amazing.
I know, that's awesome, all right, good, okay. So next, let's have Lee.
Lee Craig with the law. This is Lee Craig. I do wills, trust, probate, elder law, adult guardianships, and estate planning. I have over 30 years experience in the business, and I teach nationally for other attorneys for their CLE credits. Today is National Dracula Day, World Dracula Day, pardon me. And I just want you to know that contrary to public opinion, we do not celebrate this day. So I would be happy to help you plan your estate. Make sure that your loved ones are taken care of if anything happens to you, and that you can take care of them if something happens to them. Please give me a call. It's very important to have your paperwork all in a row. I have attorneys that are refusing to take probates of estates that do not have a will. I will do them, but there are a lot of attorneys right now who won't, because some of the probate courts are in a big mess. So please take care of your business and give me a call if you want me to help. Thank you very much.
You guessed it, Donnie, you're next.
Well, I'm Donnie Jablowski, and I am the community director for the newly opened Bridgemart Plano. I'm standing here in the dining room of the Bridgemart Plano, which is awesome. And we just had our Memorial Day resident and future resident event. So we just are celebrating Memorial Day and around here. And so anyway, we are newly opened a 55+ luxury senior community, and we can't wait for you guys to come out here and see us at the Bridgemart Plano next Thursday. So come and see us. I'll show you models and everything.
All right, we'll go around in the room. Rich, would you kick off this morning? We'll go this way.
And therefore, in closing, I have a question for you, each and every one of you. Ask not what your chamber can do for you. Ask what you can do for your chamber. So at Bridgemore next week, I'm going to be asking. Anyway, for all of you who do participate and actively support the chamber and chamber activities, thank you. Ready?
Hello, Details Day Medical Insurance. The public health emergency, which was COVID, is going to be coming to an end soon. So what Julie was saying about make sure all your contact information is updated for the directory, well, that's also true if you have Medicare or Medicaid or healthcare.gov. Make sure if, especially if you've moved, make sure they have your contact information because they will be announcing in the upcoming months the end of certain programs that were put in place for COVID. And as you may well guess, prices are also going up. So if you know anybody who is on one of these plans, just ask them if their information is up to date. And if not, go online and fix it. Gene Tussek, Radical Insurance.
Morning, Danny Terry, Sagamore Automotive, downtown Plano. I know bringing your vehicles into the shop and everything sometimes is an inconvenience. We try to make it convenient for you. We'll offer you a ride home if you need to leave your car for the day. We go to 10 to 12 miles. To give you an example, that'd be like Plano to Wiley, Plano to McKinney, something like that. And also, if you have to leave it over a day or two, we do have loaners. Most shops never even heard of a loaner, most of us have one. We have 3 of them. So we're there for your convenience. Come see us at Sagamore Automotive. We really do save them.
Good morning, everyone. Burton Hayden with Hercules Health Solutions. I won't go too far into good referral because I'm also in the spotlight, which I talked about. But real quickly, what we've seen in the last 2 years is a big shift in what people are doing for employment. People have gone from working for an employer to being self-employed or considering self-employment. One of the things that comes with self-employment is purchasing your own health insurance. And so if you're in that situation, know someone in that situation who is trying to decide if that's the right move for you, but the health insurance from your employer is holding you back and you're looking for other options, reach out to me and I'll help navigate that way. We'll go through all the different options. I can cover all 50 states. I have over 25 carriers that we can look at, and hopefully we'll find something that's going to fit you and absolutely give you the best fit for your health insurance as you're navigating that self-employment in that new stage in your life. So reach out to me, Burton Hayden with Hercules Health Solutions.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Conwell, and I help people pre-plan funerals, cremation, cemetery arrangements. There's a lot of people in here that can help you with health care and life insurance and financial planning. It's all very important. You got to do all of it. But while you're thinking about your life's plans, one thing that will definitely happen is you'll need a funeral plan or a cremation plan or cemetery space. It's always best to get it done ahead of time. When I meet with people, the first time I meet with them is not a sales meeting. It's just an introductory, educational, informative meeting to let you know what the options and what the opportunities are in that. And then it's up to the individual that I meet with if they want to go ahead and pre-purchase it. But again, I'm not a high-pressure person. I like to educate and inform. But if you're curious about that, please let me know. Again, John Conwell. Thank you.
Good morning. Most of you know I have money, and I have answered to sleepless nights, trying to figure out if you can make payroll or cover your supply of invoices or add on to your company. So we have working capital based on monthly revenue and less on the credit score, and there's no collateral required. So right now the range is you can qualify for $400 up to $2 million. So we've had some people that are what we call bankable. They can qualify for $500,000 to $1 million that they need for a project they're doing, but they don't want anything on their property, or they don't want to wait the 2 to 3 months that they need to have the bank work out paperwork for them. So if you have anyone that you know that is either looking for capital for a larger project, or if they're a gig worker and they couldn't get any advances before because they use a personal checking account, we can help them out. My name is Ruth Clifton, Bottom Line Methods.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Zoomers. My name's Mako, and I am a printer. This year, on July 1st, we'll be celebrating our 37th year anniversary in the printing business. And one reason I think for our longevity that my brother and I have enjoyed is that we're also a couple of thieves. By that I mean, throughout our entire career, we're always observing, whether we're out for dinner, out traveling with our family and stuff, we're always looking for ideas on how to improve our business. For example, years ago I met a ice cream maker, and he told me that he gets up 1 hour earlier than his competition. So when I heard that, instead of getting up at 6, I started getting up at 5 to get my day going. Also, once when I was down to downtown Dallas at the Adolphus Hotel, I happened to be in the back kitchen area, and they had a full-size mirror right by the time clock. It was for the benefit of their employees because they're engaged with the public so much. They wanted their employees to always check their look to make sure their ties were on straight, et cetera, et cetera. So right after that, I installed a full-length mirror over at our print shop so that our employees, when they're dealing with customers, can make sure that they always look good when a customer comes in our door. Again, my name's Mako. I'm a Bullet Craft Center. Be observant on how you can always improve your business, whether you're out for dinner, traveling and stuff, and I'm sure it'll bring you some success. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, everyone. My name is Jerome Messiah, CMIT Solutions in Richardson. I provide IT support services for small and medium-sized businesses. I've mentioned when it comes to support, we can monitor and manage your computers, your network, provide cybersecurity. Well, we also partner with other companies that provide hardware and software. So I just want to let you know if you get working capital from Ruth, right, and you need to purchase computer equipment, we can help with that. So other than services, hardware and software solutions, we can help provide those to improve or to at least help you grow your business. So yeah, Jerome Messiah, CMIT Solutions Richardson. We worry about IT, so you know.
Good morning. I'm with Countryside Smiles. My name is Dr. Jaspreet Gill. 2 announcements. One, clinical. Your saliva could be the first indicator that you have diabetes, so please go see your dentist. I would help you to get a glucose screening done, so that's one thing that you should go visit your dentist. Second thing, we do have our open house on June 18th. I want you all to come with your families. We're going to have a lot of kids activities. We are bringing Kona Ice. That's a favorite for all the kids around in the area. So June 18th is going to be a fun day from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And last public service announcement is that, to my surprise, we do accept United Healthcare Medicare. So I did get a phone call from actually a patient, and she said that you are one of the only dentists in the town that's been shown in network. So I did call my credentialing service, and they said through United Healthcare you're accepting dental, and that's one of the good dental plans. So if anybody you know wants to get dental service and wants to get Medicare, they can get through with United Healthcare, and we do accept that plan at Countryside Smiles. So Countryside Smiles, next to GameStop, opening June 1st for patient care. Yesterday was my first day as an employer. It was fun, and we are loving our trainings, and we are moving into our office tomorrow.
Good morning, I'm Bob at Special Web. I think everyone here knows me. I enjoyed the deal at Bridgemore the other night. I got to see a couple, 2 or 3 of these people in here dancing and having a good time. I think those people, I won't mention names, but I think the first name is Radical, and the other guy's got a hat on there. They were having fun time.
It was Rich.
Oh, I didn't know that. Rich, I'm sorry, I didn't want to disclose your name. I saw Nadia there. Denise, that was a first-class presentation. That was really good. I'm looking forward to whatever the meeting's upcoming. They commissioned us to take pictures and do it. We got the video. In fact, I've got all the pictures for you too, by the way, Denise. Quite a few. It was really good. And it's good to be a part of a group of folks that you can enjoy fellowshipping with and having a good time. We do website work, hosting management. This last week we were extremely busy. We had a our mayor in Saxon. I'm from Saxon. Our mayor has been our mayor for 18 years, right with the council, 11 years, well, like 29 years total, and he is not running again, so we had a big activity at the city the other night, and we had a bunch of videos and stuff we did for that. And again, it's good to be part of a community. Saxon, Wiley, and Murphy, those are the three cities we kind of are affiliated with because they're close and they're kind of like siblings more than rivals. And but it's good to have a good report of people. So thank you for the support that each one of you have given us. We've done a lot of work with several folks in here. I know John's been helping us with the project. Looking forward to working with Jerome. We have ADT cybersecurity on our system in our office. They called me about a month ago and said they were suspending that service. They're not kind of odd that they are, but that's what I'm told. So looking forward to maybe working with him on that. But anyway, we do web work, hosting service, all sorts of things related to websites and online services. We can help you. Give me a call, Bob, at Special Webs. We untangle the web for you.
I think anybody else need to let them know it. Mark Williams, specializing, as most of you know, very unique set of products to help you live a healthier lifestyle. And from time to time, I enjoy sharing testimonials of how the products have helped various individuals. Thank you for introducing me to the Fresh Air Purifier. My daughter suffers from allergies. I put the unit in her bedroom and it has worked great. She has less allergy symptoms and sleeps much better at night. I move the unit around the house depending on where I need to freshen up the air. Since I have 2 dogs, you can only imagine where I put it from time to time. I am very satisfied and considering buying another unit, which she did. That is an awesome testimonial. Also specializing in alkaline water, I made 2 gallons worth of deliveries yesterday and anticipating at least 5 gallons before this week is over with. Alkaline water is ideal for keeping your body properly hydrated. It's so important for staying healthy. Your body's natural immune system will not function properly if your body is not properly hydrated. 9 out of 10 people walking around are probably dehydrated and don't know it. It's your health that's your greatest wealth, folks. Okay, we always say the best for last, that being our 10-minute spotlight. And our newest member is going to step up to the plate here and share with us what Hercules Health Solutions is all about. And I believe part of that is a PowerPoint.
Yes, I will get it.
You see the
Start
same
one,
thing.
I have a good share the screen. Yeah.
All right, everybody online see the screen? All right, perfect. All right, so again, I'm Burton Hayden with Hercules Health Solutions. This is my brokerage. That's my contact information. I want to start off by just giving a little bit about myself, about my family, and who we are in the community. Originally, I'm from Gillette, Wyoming. So most people hear Wyoming, they think Yellowstone. I'm not from Yellowstone. I'm barely in Wyoming. It's actually more Montana-ish. But I was raised on a cattle ranch, similar to Yellowstone, and much like some of the things that happen on there, that is truly how lifestyle is, other than we don't take people to the railway when things aren't going our way, as far as you guys know. I'm married to my wife, Amanda. We've been married for 19 years. We have 2 children. I have a daughter, Emma, who's going to be a senior at Plano East here, technically kind of Murphy, Plano, East Plano area. She is the first lieutenant on her drill team, and that's pretty much what her life revolves around is dance. She dances in school, she dances out of school, so that's pretty much what we do 24/7 around the house. My son is Dylan, he is 19, he is a multi-sport athlete, but he is going to be attending Louisiana Monroe this fall, and he's going to be running track on a scholarship there, so very exciting for him. We've been in Murphy since 2019. Ironically, we moved to Murphy and then COVID kind of hit, so we didn't really get to get out all that much and meet everybody because we were still kind of in the transition phase, so we're trying to really take advantage of that now that things have opened back up. My background is actually, like everybody else, I grew up and wanted to be a health insurance broker from the day I was born. No, actually, I never ever even considered this job, and COVID actually kind of opened some doors for me and some opportunities. For the last 20 years, I've been a paramedic. I've worked everywhere from Las Vegas to Austin, Texas, back into Wyoming, Colorado, South Dakota, circled back down to Texas, and I've done everything from working on an ambulance to air medical and a helicopter and airplane. I've even spent about
Recording in progress.
about 6 years in 2 different organizations as a SWAT medic. So I've been kind of an adrenaline junkie for most of my life, and that's been my background. In 2020, I was the director of education for a flight program. And what people don't really realize what happened with COVID is nobody was transported in ambulances, nobody was being flown anywhere because nobody was really going to the hospitals, and the ones that were there were kind of staying there. That, in addition to the government shutdowns early on in 2020, my company actually closed their doors in August of 2020. So middle of 2020, and I had to try to find a new job. So like many people, I decided to go self-employment. And I decided to go down the health insurance broker because I wanted to continue helping people. And I thought this was another way that I could help a lot of people just in a different way from what I was doing previously. And so I opened up my brokerage on July 5th after spending about 4 months at a captive agency, realizing that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to work for anybody, any agency. And so that's what I did. Just a few pictures of my family and kind of what I've done in the back. And some of my past pictures, there's some helicopter pictures, some SWAT pictures. I had to put a wedding picture in there to show my wife, and then we actually had a dress up during COVID. We were so bored that the family pulled out all the costumes, and we all dressed up in different costumes and had dinner with some family. My daughter, she would be irate if I didn't put a bunch of pictures of her up here, so these are just some pictures of her. And then some pictures of my son. Running track, playing football here at Plano East, and then a couple pictures of his senior pictures. This is my contact information. You'll see it a couple times during the slides. But what makes me a little bit unique is, again, I'm a broker, so I don't have any obligation to any one carrier. These are just some of the carriers that I'm contracted with. I have actually over 30 different carriers now. Both on the private health insurance side as well as the marketplace. So I truly want to be able to help as many people as possible. Being contracted with all the above, I'm able to do that. So whether you're looking for more of a commercial insurance, your income can qualify you for a subsidy, I can help you in the marketplace. If you're looking for something more private, more customized, I can help you with private carriers as well. One of the big differences in what I offer comparably to just the marketplace solely is I have both underwritten and non-underwritten plans. These are just a couple of highlights of what the differences are. But what people don't really learn in high school when they should is what health insurance situation is probably best for them. There should be a class directly about health insurance and how to shop for health insurance and how to utilize it. For the most part, we just get health insurance through our employer and we just kind of follow suit and do what we think we're supposed to do. There are a lot of ways you can navigate your health insurance. Starting with what plan to pick for you. There's not a one-size-fits-all. As a broker, I schedule a call with you. We go through about a 60-second just discovery call. You tell me what you're looking for, all the way up down to your budget, what doctors you see, so that we can make sure that we correlate the network, how often you go to the doctor, how much you travel, and then we take all that into consideration, and I try to find a couple different options for you, and I'll present the options, usually virtually, and let you pick which plan fits you the best. The goal is to have a plan that you're actually happy with. Most people, statistically, are not real happy with their health insurance. They just have it because you have to have health insurance. You need to have health insurance. It's important. Some of the big differences with looking at underwritten versus underwritten, you can kind of see that sometimes the pros and cons are on both sides, which is not necessarily a bad thing. As far as underwritten plans, it's similar to life insurance. You have to qualify for an underwritten plan, so it's not built for everybody. Again, it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's designed for what we call relatively healthy people. So for the most part, most people qualify. About 90% of the population will qualify for an underwritten plan. But what makes them unique is generally they're a little bit more affordable. They're a lot more customizable. You can add supplements to kind of fill some of those gaps. And they're going to be more user-friendly. They're going to give you a little bit higher benefits a little bit earlier on. That's kind of how they're designed. There's some things called dollar first benefits where the health insurance will actually pay before you pay anything. Downfalls is they're not made for everybody. So if you do have significant health conditions, that might not be the right plan for you, so we'll look at some other options that are out there. Other pros, there's no open enrollment periods. You can sign up for a private underwritten plan anytime during the year. You don't have to wait till open enrollment in November to sign up for health insurance. You're not in the contract with your health insurance. You can cancel anytime. You can sign up for a new plan anytime as long as you're going on that private side. The non-underwritten plans, they're more defined as the major medical plans, which was just a term that Obama created when he was in office. Those are generally your employer-based health insurances, the marketplace health insurance, traditionally kind of the carriers that you hear of, Blue Cross Blue Shields, as along with some of the new ones that are on the marketplace. Pros to these is they are very affordable if your employer is contributing to them, or if you qualify for a very high subsidy based on your income on the marketplace. So that might be a very good option for you. If you're self-employed and your income level outreaches that subsidy, these are not a good plan for you because they're not a good fit. They're very, very expensive to get to the point where they're actually a good plan. Downside to them, everybody qualifies. Anytime you hear something where everybody can get it, you know that there's going to be something on the back end the insurance is going to do to protect themselves. Usually that is making the deductibles very, very high. That's how health insurances protect themselves. They have to be able to make money and protect themselves, so that's what they do, which then, ironically, healthy people never ever meet the deductible. It is very, very strategic how insurances set those up. Some other cons is you have to have open enrollment periods. So from November 15th to January 15th is open enrollment. So if you're looking for a marketplace plan, and that's when you're going to have to need to sign up unless you need one of the special enrollment periods. There's some qualifications for that. Generally speaking, especially in Texas, the marketplace plans have very, very small networks. They're not PPOs. You don't have the flexibility to see the doctors that you want where you might on some of the private plans. So again, these are some of the things that we're going to look at when we have that discovery call. You kind of already see that there is not a one-size-fits-all. So shopping by yourself for health insurance is very difficult. It's very challenging, it's very frustrating, and it doesn't need to be. If you talk to somebody who's very well versed and very educated in this, we'll make the process much easier for you. I want to put a couple of educational things up here. So just some average costs for in-hospital medical expenses and what they're looking at. Again, the marketplace average deductible is $8,500. Only about 5% of people ever meet that in a calendar year. So the other 95% are just paying the monthly premium, they're paying their co-pays, and they're really paying for the people that meet that deductible. So that means health insurance is not really paying for anything for your health care. When you're shopping for health insurance, there's more than just getting the plan. There's so much after the fact that you can do to protect yourself just by being educated and having somebody that works on your behalf. For instance, if you're looking for coverage and you get a diagnostic test, did anybody know that it's 4 times more to get an MRI in a hospital than it is outside of a hospital? If you're paying for that out of your pocket, you're paying $2,500 for an MRI. If you look privately, you can get it as low as $300 and $400. Some of the private health insurance plans, again, pay first, so you may not pay anything for an MRI versus you go to a hospital to have that same test. Now you're paying up to $2,500 out of pocket. Those are things that I do for you as the client that you don't have to worry about. You can also get cash discounts with your health insurance, or through your health insurance a lot of times. Get reimbursed on some of the private plans. There are prescription discounts out there. There are different programs like GoodRx that I'll help navigate for. Health insurance on the marketplace generally has a copay where you pay $25 for a generic medication. GoodRx may charge $4 for that same medication. So again, use a broker. If you're looking for a really good one, I know one. And again, the broker doesn't have any obligation to the carrier. They don't care what health insurance plan you pick or what carrier you pick. They're looking to really help you. When it's all said and done, you're still going to have that information, and they're going to be there to answer all your customer service questions as well. And that's what I spend a lot of my time doing. I literally allot an hour every day just to customer service, whether that's following up on phone calls, helping them navigate and finding doctors, switching plans possibly, billing questions, claim questions, all of those things, even exploring ways to help save money. when I'm going through my Zoom with them, probably half of it is showing them ways to save money, not necessarily just on their health insurance, but on the day-to-day stuff as well. So you want to make sure that you have a plan that works for you. Let me help you do that. Good referrals for me, I will just say anybody, but anybody who's self-employed is a great referral for me because again, they have to get their own health insurance. So anything from any other type of agent to brokers, plumbers, electricians, truck drivers, contractors, handymen, handywomen, etc. I can also help small and large businesses. If your family has an employer-based health insurance, but it's expensive to add the rest of the family to it, again, it might be a benefit to add them to a separate plan to get the most, to maximize the coverage and save the most amount of money monthly. And that is it. Any questions?
Very good. Now you can see, maybe talk to him after the meeting. Very good presentation, very thorough. I didn't say it up front, but he did a great job nonetheless. I always encourage a little bit of background history about, personal, family, whatever kind of thing. And he did a great job of that without me even mentioning it. So awesome job. Very good, very good. Okay, let's move on to thank yous. I'll kick that off. I was at Dunnies and MJ. I was at their grand opening last week at Bridgemore, and that was a top-notch grand opening, let me tell you. That was excellent. So kudos to her and that organization. I mean, it was top-notch. Anybody else want to thank you? Gary?
I want to thank this young lady for coming to our shop the other day.
I really did save more.
Very good.
And also New Creation, we appreciate her too.
Anybody else?
I'd like to thank Rich. He, after the first time we met 2 weeks ago, he referred a client over to me and I was able to help them find health insurance. So I appreciate the referral very, very much.
Very good. Awesome. Julie?
I wanted to thank the ambassadors in the room, just wanted to name a few here. We have Jerome, Rich.
You wanted to say something.
Sorry. I just wanted to thank a few of the ambassadors in the room. We have Rich, Bobby, and Jerome, and Nadia is online, and MJ's one, so Denise, you'll be like, because MJ, right? But I just want to thank everybody, and I also wanted to point out, if you weren't at the luncheon, Rich received the Ambassador of the Month recognition at our May luncheon, and I appreciate his comments today, and he's a great model to follow because we do need help with the chamber, and I appreciate every one of you offering to help. And then our newest member to the team is Dr. Gill. She actually said, how can I get involved with that program? So I said, absolutely, you're on the list. So we appreciate that. And then I also wanted to mention, because I didn't mention it in my updates, in that we are doing a special send-off, farewell, thank you, congratulations on your retirement on June 9th. So that's the week that we will be doing something during, kind of towards the end of the program when we're over at Bridgemore for March. So I hope you can join us that day. And we've also invited a few more people that are part of the chamber that you might haven't seen in a while. So hopefully we'll get a few more people in.
Very good. Okay, Nadia, you have something?
Yes, I will join what Julie mentioned. I actually was going to thank our ambassadors for doing such a great job with visiting grand openings and ribbon cuttings and supporting our community. And Denise, thank you for an amazing event. I didn't know I would come to food, dancing, and lots of good pictures. And specifically, I want to thank your mom for sharing her story, for joining your health journey and tagging along her other friends and really spreading the message of health and wellness. It was just gratifying and blissful to have a conversation with her. So thank you for that. And Julie, thank you so much for putting us all together and doing a great job with that.
Yes.
Very good. Denise?
Wow, I have such gratitude in my heart, and Marv and Jean and Nadia and so many of you came out to Rich dance with everybody, which was wonderful. And it was an incredible event. We had over 200 people at our grand opening, and you guys were so much a part of that and sticking with us all this time. And the best is yet to come. That was just a taste. So that was just a tip of the iceberg of what's going to happen here. So spread the word, spread the love, because this place is going to be special. And you guys coming out and supporting us was so special to us and to our owner, Richard, who was here, and he literally floated at 78 years old across this room with the oxygen bag. He was literally floating around the room. So thank you for everybody. And thank you, Julie, and everybody at the Chamber. We love you guys. We love Murphy. We're going to bring a lot of business to Murphy. You guys are our closest, city to all of our shopping and all of that. So we're going to have a lot of people here and already do. We have 15 occupied apartments and 21 people living here now. And we're already doing business. You know, we went to Christina's for the lunch bunch 2 weeks ago today, so on our Bridgemore bus. So if you see the Bridgemore bus around, wave at us, because we're going to be around. And thank you guys. Thank you guys for all your love and support. We wouldn't want to do this without y'all. Thank you.
Very good, very good, very good. Anybody else? Okay, are there any community announcements worth noting that would give any kind of a network benefit? I'm not well aware of anything else, and yes.
We do have City Sounds at Sundown event next Friday. So anybody you know and want to have fun with kids and have a musical evening, it's in the amphitheater.
Central Park.
Central Park, so.
So it's a great time, usually well attended.
And you will see some Countryside Smiles people going around in that event.
Very good. Well, what kind of drum prizes do we have today?
We have a dental kit from Citrus Smiles, and we have a book. I think this was given by First Baptist Church in Murphy. And I do want to mention, it's a great way to get your business brand out there, but I am looking for new items for giveaways at events like this. So each week we do something like this. We also do it at our luncheon and
The winner
program.
is Jerome.
You can choose here which one you like. Yeah.
The next winner is
All right.
Burton.
All right. There you go.
I have a
Here we are, just,
I have a gift certificate for a free ice cream cake to Henry's Homemade Ice Cream.
Oh, you've been doing this once a year, haven't you? This is great.
so I draw another one?
Go ahead. Wish I had my card.
You want to borrow mine?
The winner is Macro. Put it on it, Macro.
I don't need the count.
John Harnwell.
Give me his card, I'll send you the certificate.
Okay.
I'll give you his card.
All right, well, that's it. Yeah.
We are done. Feel free to hang around and visit some more. I've got your 20 coffee still left.
If you'd like your business card,
Hope to see you all at Bridgemore
Go ahead.
next Thursday.